we have our last game of the day. It's the lower bracket final. Who will follow Flyloliot and Soin into the round of 8? It's definitely going to be a human. It's definitely going to be one from China. And Yumiko versus Infi round 3. They faced each other in the Huya Invitational already, and now they meet here today for the second time. Yumiko looking stronger today than he did on Saturday. But was that good enough? Not yet. But Infi was pretty much stormed by Fly. Yumiko had a decent win, especially on the last map over Colorful. So momentum-wise, this should go into Yumiko's yard. But Infi, certainly the favorite.
Yeah, apparently he's getting closer and closer. Was a very decisive 2-0 before, then a 2-1. Perhaps now he can make it a 2-1 in his favor. We also said that Infi was supposed to be the big favorite against Fly, but boy oh boy, did Fly step it up. And dude, I didn't even realize this before. Fly playing really well online. Online.
Yes. He didn't lose a single hero. Except in the game against Colorful at the very end, but that didn't really matter.
Crazy. Dude, Fly. I feel like he has been pretty underwhelming for such a long time. I would love to see him reclaim his spot amongst the triumvirate of orcs, where honestly he has been pretty far away from for quite a while.
Yeah, the difference between the 3 top orcs is quite significant. I'll say that as well. Fast expansion by Infi or by... Wait, is it Yumiko? Yeah, by Infi. Or he just fakes it for the level 2. They started on this map as well, and they have, at the moment, the same creep route.
Yep. So Yumi went Tuskar, green, then across the map, and Militia Creep at the 3rd green to finish the level 3. Whereas Infi soaked up everything outside his main to get close to level 4 AM as quickly as he can.
Yumi surrounding the footman here with Passons. Well done. Close, but gets the kill.
Big axe power. 40 more experience. And 1 footman can make a difference.
Footman lives matter.
They do. They do.
A player's forces are under attack.
So earlier we saw Infi in the first series with a slightly faster tech and a much faster level 4 AM. Yumiko botched kind of a few aggressive ideas that he had. Aggressive attempts. But yeah, the creeper once again is working out nicely. I still feel like Yumi has the better creep route, to be honest. There we go, hits his level 3. Boom! But because of the militia call, the tech is once again gonna be a little later.
Infi's items are great, by the way. Pendant, mantle, replenishment, very nice. This time only boots on the Archmage, no staff.
You're feeling Borat inspired once again?
Dude, it's just happening. It's just an automatism now.
Nice. So, once again, we have Yumiko saying hello in the main. Already Lumber Mill coming up, so Lumber won't be a problem later on. And Yumiko looking for a bit of an intercept here on the peasants. Even a footy trying to block the way. So far no peasants have died, but that seems to be changing. As first one dies, second one dies. And with the third one, this would be quite a big punish.
Could be 2 footman kills for Infi though. One is already dead, second one severely bruised and dead as well. So is that trade still okay? You said footman lives matter, but do they matter more than 3 peasant lives?
Yeah, 1-for-1 trade between footies and peasants should be good for the guy killing the footies, I believe. But we'll see how it turns out. 4K4, thank you for the $20 donation. Longtime YouTube lurker, love your content, thank you for all you do.
Damn nice. Sweet, thank you.
Dude, Fov is watching our YouTube, how cool is that?
It's really cool.
Triple water elemental here by Yumi, that's plenty of damage. Some of them will be expiring soon, like this one. Boop. Just exploded into bubbles. That always confused me about Pokemon. There's this attack called, what is it? Like in German it's called Blubber, where they just shoot bubbles at you, and that's doing damage. How is that doing damage, dude? Have you ever taken a bath? There's plenty of bubbles in there. It's not like you're dying from that.
Maybe if it comes at you with rapid speed, but then it's Blubstrahl, right? That's the second attack. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. But best name ever is Aquaknaller. Dude, all these footies here for Infi are pretty damn hurt. This is a big problem. Maybe he killed more footies, but now it's a slaughter. Oh, look at them.
One is dead.
I'm not stuck in here with you. You're stuck in here with me.
Yeah, let's see about that, though. Second one dead. Ooh. He's sacrificing all his footmen to it. He didn't get too many kills, actually. Infi did the best he could, I feel. And it's
4 footies died back there, but whose?
I think it was a 2-for-2 trade, and in the end, Yumiko ends up with less footmen than Infi, but Infi has no shop. And Yumiko has.
It's fewer.
Okay, Stannis.
Oh, I canceled the healing. Oh. Infi wasn't looking for a second. Telestaff. Classic Infi play.
Yeah, Yumiko
The second Sanctum is super delayed though for Infi, so this is the big benefit of all of this harass.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, compared to Northern Isles in Series 1, I feel like Yumiko looks a lot better. And this is... Oh, stop committing to the 2 footmen?
It's pretty annoying here for Infi, as the healing will be getting cancelled by the AM and the water elementals. There's no TP anymore though, so Yumi needs to be a little bit careful.
I mean, big invul, okay, but he can threaten this around. Yumi not willing to give up this shop. And he's the one surrounding now. He did very well earlier. And there it is. Staff already paid off.
Okie dokie. So only 1 Sanctum Priest production. That seems like, or should mean, that Infi is gonna fall pretty far behind in Priest, which is not good. Good Water Elemental Scout though sees what the MK is up to, which is the creeping of the natural, which is a very predictable play. Oh, the Priest.
Good micro again. Water Elemental expires. And this Archmage Scout comes in really handy now because he retreats with the rest of his army. Is it again this marketplace, Jack? No. Infi can't fight this, can he? He's now getting his first priest.
Which ones of the trolls has ensnare, by the way? Normally it's always the trappers, but there's no trappers here.
Huh.
So, it's the Berserker, right, who has ensnare?
Yeah, must be.
Or is it the trolls? I always thought the ice trolls were the same, but not exactly. I guess the High Priest also has frost armor instead of inner fire. So, we're kind of having a Mexican standoff here at the expansion. Does Yumiko have the guts to try for the creep? First, we're gonna have a bit of a footman trade. 1 for 1. Oh, or is it?
Ooh, defense.
Oh, the defense saves it. It's a 2 for 0. That's some stonk trades right there. But the mission duration is over.
He's getting more and more priests. Now he has the adept upgrade as well for the dispel. We see it pretty much immediately. Like, Yumiko is always going for control magic, but have we seen it once in his games against Infi?
We did see it earlier.
Okay.
Once or twice, yeah.
Oh, it's good.
Level 4 AM. That's very nice.
Yeah, he got into that fight with a little bit of an experience lead, so I think it's kind of 50-50 here. Ooh, Archmage a little far forward.
Poop like Khan. Thank you for the sub.
Yumi with the Footman Scout at this expo, so Infi can't surprise him.
A player's forces are under attack.
Mass Militia Corps. Infi sends them all back. That could be the momentum that gives him this creep. And the level 4 as well. And the level 2.
Parry up for the MK is alright, but not too amazing. Bigger creep camp though in the middle. The merchant goes to Infi. Solo experience for the Mountain King, who already has the big heal pot and will be getting another big item right here. The auras, the best thing. Well, not the Scourge Bone Chimes. That one is good. Lion Horn.
Feels like
Marketplace creep. Not too easy to creep Jack though, as the creeps were pulled out. Mana Stone, hello.
chat is very slow in mirrors because no one's complaining about balance. I like that one. Thank you, Fareed, for the 13-month resub. Yeah, and Infi getting the entire middle. That usually can't happen.
Yep. Didn't get the Warlord though, so item goes to Yumi. But level 3 MK, once again, the level 3 MK advantage. This is kind of how we saw this map turn around earlier. Oh, AM very far forward, begging for breakers around right there.
Yumi not committing, doesn't want to get out of position. He has a Mana Stone on the Mountain King now. But the early defense upgrade. Infi also with an attack upgrade. Yumiko again 0-0.
Yeah, that means basically 2 upgrades ahead is Infi thanks to that aura. Oh, nice breakers around in the midst of this fight, but gives it up. Oh, MK severely out of position. Mana Stone used. MK eats the Stormbolt. Instant TP out as his MK was getting surrounded. Oh, he actually got out. Still. Infi says goodbye and see you another time.
Damn. Infi was quite far behind and now he definitely is ahead. Yumiko with the first upgrade for him. Defense upgrade. I like to see that. And he needs more levels. So he needs that level 3, gets that level 3. He has a competitive army again. Item-wise, big healing still for this MK. But the Archmage gets to the shop. Not willing to... Okay, now uses the reveal, gets the Crystal Ball into the shop. Nice scouting again. Like, Crystal Balls are hitting really well today.
Forces are under attack.
Yep. They know where to look. Going to the red cam now are both. Hoping for another aura. Movement speed. Perhaps the best one. Infi sending away the AM, not prioritizing his level 5 too much. Cloak of Flames on the MK looks cool. But against mass breakers, unlikely to get too much value. Oh, he almost burned the penguin to death, Neo. That was scary. Did you see that?
Never forget that. No, I didn't. I had to answer a message. But yeah, Yumi.
I like the inventory for Mountain King of Infi.
Yumi without a TP is really brave. Oh yeah, you're right. Oh boy, so tanky, so much mana.
Our player's forces are under attack.
But it feels like, did I say that a couple of minutes ago? The more time Yumi and Infi play against each other, the better Yumiko gets in this. And he's not playing his very stubborn plays anymore. It makes these MK first mass Dragonhawks things work. But it adapts.
When was that?
I don't know, it was just the weirdest example I could come up with.
Yeah, I think we see a big adaptation here on the second time on this map. Earlier, Yumiko tried with the expansion in a precarious situation, which he got punished for. He could have tried to expand here once again, but decided not to, in order to not force himself to get all in, or put himself in a position to be all in. So, let's go towards the middle. We have 2-1 upgrades versus 2-1 upgrades. But slight advantage still for Infi thanks to the aura.
Yumiko
5 AM now for Yumi.
Is it aura? Seems like water elementals. 2-1-2-2. Oh, that priest was a little out of position. Yumiko immediately capitalizing and killing this one. Definitely the better fight for the underdog.
And running away in Human Mirror like this is always dangerous because you keep on losing priests. There we go, another free kill.
And again the Zeppelin. We saw this before on CH in the last series. It helped him so much. And we have it again, and it's so good again.
Okay, out of mana though for Yumi. No more Storm Bolts for him to use. Makes this a little bit more difficult. Heavy focus on the Mountain King. Lots of mana drain. Priests for Yumiko partly completely out of position though. Those are easy snipes. Hard to tell who has the upper hand right now. We have still Yumiko with a slight supply lead. But it's only a small one.
I think the mana decides it for the Mountain King, right? And Infi fights him back. Super impressive. Lots of peasants up for the kill. No level 5 for Infi yet, though. And that's an issue. Zeppelin evacuation. 60 supply versus, yeah, pretty much 60. Flute bot.
Again, an aura bot, just like it was the case in the first game here. Or the previous match on this map.
Will Infi get
And
more time?
shop
Yes.
control.
True. He moves back. Region scroll running. Everything for Infi is still so healthy. He can be the aggressor now if he wants to. No tier 3 transition yet. No expansion. Yumiko's still
Players'
scouting for
forces
it.
are under attack.
Infi pushing into the main. That is a dangerous idea against Militia. 2-2 breakers versus 2-2 breakers. Only 4 priests here for Infi. That looks a little low.
And reinforcements for Yumi will be very fast. Water Elemental gives him level 5. Is that aura for him? Yes. Infi not going for level 2 Water Elementals. Doesn't want to feed XP. Rather have more Storm Bolts, which I think is the smarter choice.
Once again, a bit of a standoff here.
Yeah, you don't want to
choke.
move through this. It's going to be a nice concave for Yumi, who's reacting a little late to this.
Closest level up we have is for the Mountain King for Infi. For that level 5, he doesn't require too many more kills.
With this position, though, Yumiko will never get items again. Never get scrolls again. And Infi can constantly get them. At the moment, it's kind of an arms race for high supply. But afterwards, should be fine. Okay, we are committing to this. Concave is definitely better for Yumiko. Invo Potion dodges this. Invo Potion on the other side as well. Archmage gets rid of that Water Elemental. But man, this is like an overwhelming mass. Can he fight through this, though?
Even Militia coming in now. This is way more supply fighting for Yumiko. And when you retreat, you're always losing priests. This is something to remember. So this will cost Infi the TP. And I feel like this was just a little bit impatient.
No
Now the
expert
middle being
wins.
given up. This once again opens up the shop to Yumi. Invol is available. Heal scroll available. But Yumi only has 150 gold.
It would have been the typical Infi play to just contain him here and expand. But that
Players'
didn't happen
forces
at
are under
all.
attack.
He's once again scouting for it. No surprise expo nowhere.
It's a 9 supply lead now. That's a big deal in Human Mirror.
Upgrades 2-2 plus 2 auras versus 2-2 and 0 auras. Here we go. This time it's no choke. This time we have an open battleground. Priests again a little out of position. Yumiko calls his militia, so Infi has the upper hand there now. More experience thanks to the Water Elemental, but the Stormbolt hit and the Stormbolt get the kill.
Upper flank seems to be going in favor of Infi, but the lower one perhaps a little bit better for Yumiko. Plenty of units hurt over there. No heal scroll available anymore. Priests, when they're out of position, they get sniped pretty quickly. We have control magic coming in as well. I think it's from Yumiko.
Yes.
Oh, it's from both sides, actually. It's going back and forth. MK in trouble. He's about to die. If he falls, this must be the game. Trying to Stormbolt his way out of there. The priest heal. The priest heal. And he survives.
Sick.
Like 30 HP.
And there's level 5 now. Can he hit the hammer to end this game? Yumiko's Mountain King also pretty hurt. He has no invul, but Infi backs off. Which gives again shop control to the underdog.
Players' forces
No
are
level
under
5
attack.
MK. If he gets out of position once, the level 3 Stormbolt will hit him and kill him. More experience. And Bash immediately moves in front, gets more damage, double kill, triple kill, and make it 4. Easy.
Okay, Yumi now with a big lead. How is he gonna try to win the game with that?
Close to level 6 as well. Didn't see that on the Archmage. Infi. Ooh, risky.
Infi has level 5 MK now. How is that gonna change things? Almost one-shots the priests. Also, very dangerous for the enemy Mountain King.
Sometimes you gotta love Human Mirror on North Isles. Positioning here is so crucial. And now Yumiko is backed against the shop. Infi the aggressor kills the priest right away, who gets the breaker line. Both have a Zeppelin now as well.
Stormbolt onto Yumi's MK, draining quite a bit of his mana, but the first breaker goes down on Yumi's side. Also loses a priest, which once again finds himself a little bit out of position. And is Infi turning this around? Kind of looks like it. More Stormbolts flying, more kills being acquired, but also another kill for Yumi, and with that level 6 for his AM.
What about this
time for mass teleport?
No Mountain King. Mana anymore, but on the other side there is Invul Potion fighting through this, not getting surrounded. There's still a heal scroll for Yumi, waiting patiently to hit the perfect timing to heal 4 or 5 or 6 breakers at the perfect moment. Last footman of this game, I guess, falls. Now he pops it and everything is back to green.
Yeah, that was a nicely timed heal scroll. But supply is getting much more even. It was looking better for Yumiko a lot just a little while ago.
But mass teleport now. What do we? No, it's Aura 3, Water Elemental 3.
Oh, really? Couldn't he have bled Infi dry? Make an expansion, mass teleport to his base, TP back to yours, mass teleport to his. We've seen plenty of human mirrors getting decided by mass teleport.
Maybe.
This region scroll again for Infi, by the way. Ooh! Feels good.
A chop control again! To Yumiko.
The last 3 creeps on the map have been discovered. Best item here would actually be the ring.
Hold it. More tankiness on this MK. He's not gonna die. Mountain King couldn't need an invul. Infi scouts all of this. Invul it is. No tier 3 transition.
Main's about to expire. Yumi's is expired. Alright, this is pretty much all we're gonna get in terms of units. So now, losing those units. Really painful.
67 supply versus 66. Still 2-2 versus 2-2. Still no aura. Yumiko's inventory on every hero miles and miles behind.
Damn, it looked like Infi was out of this game, didn't it?
Yeah.
But Infi turns it around. Of course, this game is far from won for Infi. But it seems like he has a couple of nice advantages here going his way.
Infi scouting for expansions everywhere. Long distance mining. Yumiko, there's no way for Yumiko to start a town hall. For Infi, maybe there is.
And then we go again. Infi looking for the engagement. Yumiko reacting. Stormbolt on the first priest, not successful. And super early invul popped on the MK. It almost looked like a misclick.
But there was nothing to click in his inventory. I think he just wanted to stay offensive and get kills. Now he has 3 level 3 Stormbolts to work with. Now he's getting burned and controlled.
Once again, the militia call here making a big difference. A lot of kills going Yumiko's way to start things off, but militia duration is over now.
Supplies
more water elementals to kill, more experience. AM for Infi is getting closer to 6 himself.
Yeah, he is going for mass teleport for sure. There's no other way. He has Aura 3 already. But now the bowl level is equal. But the item is gone for Yumiko. Priest sniped again. How's the mana? Okay, both of the... Oh my, way better for Infi.
Breakers are committing hard to this MK, effectively losing a lot of damage uptime. And with that, Yumiko's Breakers also kind of in a bad position. Level 6 now for the AM for Infi. Now is, of course, not the time to mass teleport. Now is the time for fighting. As the Military return, more strength is being bolstered into the forces of Yumiko. Water Elemental is getting stolen on both sides. 54 for Yumi, 55 supply for Yumiko. This is still neck and neck.
Infi is about to lose 3 units though. Another break it down. Almost in no upkeep. This one falls. Uh-oh. There could be another big surprise in this Group C if Yumiko just marches forward. Everything about to die for Infi. Mana is still looking good for the Mountain King. Maybe he can turn it around. He's not so far away from Cosmodan.
MK for Yumi, dropping low, getting drained quite heavily, but again the Zeppelin is coming in here, the lifesaver seemingly.
10 supply lead now. Another Stormbolt coming in. Oh, catches it himself. Needs priest support. More experience though. Dust settles. 53, 43. No one has gold for anything anymore.
This is quite the crazy game. Dude, if this MK gets Cosmodan, though, he's gonna be able to clean up a lot by himself. Wait, are there no priests left?
There's
for Infi?
one for Infi. I think he just produced it, though. Oh, no, it's pretty hurt.
Okay, 2 priests versus 4 priests. That's a big difference. 10 supply lead for Yumi.
Can he close this, or are his nerves getting in the way, as they oftentimes did in his career? He is pretty much the opposite of an Iceman.
Yep, in many ways has always been an emotional player. Would be funny if one of them asks, "Regame?" question mark. It is Water Elementals 3, by the way.
Yes, he did not save that point. He invested it. 2 level 6 heroes and no ultimate. Who's making the first move? Certainly not Infi. From my experience.
We're meeting in the middle again. Yumiko, 10 supply lead. That is a massive deal at this stage in the game. Infi is trying to take out the peasants. It was nighttime, so he wasn't being seen. Oh, but the peasants might just barely be getting away.
Gets revealed.
Oh, with his last bit of money, he upgraded Magic Sentry. That's quite interesting.
More vision. Always more good. Mountain King made it to the shop. Did he buy anything? Not really. Oh, the dodge!
Whew. There's still big micro potential here.
Infi is long distance mining. Constantly. If it's just one priest that he adds to the army every other minute, he negates Yumiko's biggest advantage. When will Infi be called?
Narrow little choke right here. MK eats a Stormbolt. He got that invul just a second ago. Down to half HP.
Even the XP on the Mountain Kings is so close. They're 12 XP away. Or apart.
Water Elementals give more experience.
Yeah. They should really not use control magic now.
It's an epic game, dude.
3 water elementals for Infi. So hard to dispel as they're all level 3. Here we go. Uses 1 dispel. Gets that one. Will we see the avatar? They denied us the mass teleport. He's so hardly focusing on these water elementals. This must be level 6. There's level 6. Yumiko, no, getting his mana burned again. For Cosmodan, dodges it with an info, gets the kill, and here we have most likely the second avatar of this game. Give it to me. No, using another one of the Stormbolts. Oh, there we go for Cosmodan. 2 Mountain King ults and level 7 Archmage.
Does Yumiko finally have this game? The one thing he doesn't have is mana on the MK. That's a problem here for him, but still another priest kill. If that priest dies, there's no more region. No more sustain for this army for Infi.
Can he somehow kill that MK? Oh, big hammer to the head. He's chasing now. Mountain King runs into his
MK!
surround. Bash!
Bash!
How lucky!
No way!
But the heroes most likely both fall. No Zeppelin escape. GG by Infi. Another upset in Group C.
Jesus.
Yumi takes map number 1. What a game.
Dude, what is up with these games today?
So brave by Yumiko to die for this Archmage, sacrificing his own MK, trusting in the pilot of the Zeppelin to not getting caught.
2 auras behind, way worse inventory on the MK, and Yumiko still makes it work.
Yeah.
Quite amazingly.
Sick fights.
TH, Infi, Fortitude, we always knew those were the amazing human mirror players, but Yumiko apparently really is getting closer and closer with every series against Infi.
So now, take it home is his biggest obstacle. Infi struggling today more than in all 4 days of the Huya Cup. Twisted Meadows is next.
Yeah, how crazy is that? In Huya, without dropping a single map, 3-0ing happy in the grand final.
He lost 4 maps today already.
Yeah. And is about to drop out in the group stage. What a surprise that would be.
Maybe he's going on vacation with TH and they both decided, okay, man, let's take the week off. Let's drop out.
Well. Perhaps.
Of course not.
That's what the opponents are hoping for. Fly, Soin, and Lolite already in the top 8.
Yumi could follow.
And 1 human is going to join them today.
So, Remo, just to get this out, because we failed at this at the last Yumi Mirror, Twisted Meadows always hoping for tier 3.
Yeah, it is by far the best map to pull that off on. Issue with going tier 3 is you become weaker and you can get bullied on the map. He steals all your creeps. You can't creep anything yourself, and that's sad times. But Twisted is so big that normally you always find something to creep. And we had quite the fun tier 3 human mirror here earlier with lots of split push, 2-pronged attacks, harassment plays, positional relevance, and such.
One of the most useful Orb of Darknesses that we've ever seen.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yumiko, quick toilet break. So, yeah, question in chat. Why not go Knights? Shouldn't they be OP against Breakers? Yeah, but it takes forever. And if you invest that gold into tech and then Knights, it takes forever. The opponent's mass is just too big, and you need a certain number of Knights for that to work. And then, until then, you oftentimes have lost the game.
Yep. Night tech makes you weak in the mid game, you lose map control, and with that, either you lose tons of creeps, or more often than not, your opponent expands and then overwhelms you with numbers.
Yes.
Tier 2 expansion, we have seen be quite popular between these two here. Didn't see that on Northern Isles, but I wouldn't be too surprised to see it here now.
Tense situation. 2 wins in a row for Infi. Yumiko 1 map away to finally defeating his nemesis after... When was the last time? I have to look it up. When was the last time Yumiko defeated Infi, actually?
I don't know.
Yeah, just give me a second.
It's probably been a while.
It's probably been a while indeed. Let me see.
If Infi and TH were both to drop out in the group stage, man.
Oh, it was actually WCA 2015 in the group stage. So 5 years ago.
What group was that?
Group A.
Was that with
Sonic and Hawk and Reprisal. The Human Mirror group plus Sonic. And then Sonic was so mad that he got eliminated that he wanted to go home, but they said, oh, we can't rebook your flight because he didn't expect to drop out against Infi, Yumiko, Hawk, and Reprisal.
Good old Reprisal.
Owning a tattoo studio now. Doing good work from what I've seen.
Oh, maybe Maybe that's what we do where we get our tattoos, Neo.
Oh yeah.
Vacation in Seoul. Boom, there we go.
Well, you got the best ideas.
You know, you already have a good tattoo to go for. For you, it's easy. It's penguins. Boom, there we go. But what should I get? Probably +4 intelligence or something.
Oh, that would be... Yeah, I don't know. How do you want to do that graphically?
I'm just gonna have a sleeve with like 20 different Twitch emotes. Like,
wow.
blended together.
Wing. Or you do so many emotes together that at the end it's a kappa face. Because you're so ironic about all of that and stuff. God, I hate Twitch. Little power built by Infi. Or a little faster Alta. And this time it's reversed starting positions. Infi with the spawn close to the mercenary camp. Yumiko with the shit spawn.
Crazy. So who's gonna scout? Who's gonna figure out the position? And who's gonna be aggressive is the question. Earlier from Infi we saw level 2 aggression when Yumiko just wanted to creep. Just wanted to be left alone. Early towers here coming up from both. This will be heavy militia usage in the early game. For creeping.
Yeah. Is it the merc camp or the lab? What ifs?
A player's forces are under attack.
So, do both do it properly? Good chances, yes, but there is a room for mistakes.
6 militia for Yumi. I think 6 for Infi as well, right? Yeah. But the fast Shadow Priest for Infi, that's a big deal. So now the two Rock Golem pulling footmen are scouting.
The nuts. Bigger mana and mantle for Infi. This is gonna be Boots of Kel'Thalas.
Oh, not bad.
Oh yeah, baby. This is the biggest difference these two camps can give you in item drops. The worst for Yumi, the best for Infi. And by far the best and by far the worst.
Yep.
A player's
I agree.
Plus the Shadow Priest.
Infi though is not yet looking to be aggressive, so wants to creep up a little bit more at the knolls. Same is the case for Yumi. Upon nighttime, upon 1900 hours, we're gonna have the Berserker becoming available. If Infi gets both, that's gonna be a tough one.
Yeah.
For Yumiko, Heck should be starting around now, I think. Oh no, actually they're both still kind of far away. Yumiko's close. Infi's lumber is looking a little dire, but should get there soon. Finishes the green, and that's almost level 3. Oh, 5 experience missing.
Maybe a water mental or a worker or something can give him that. Berserker goes to Infi.
It's gonna be a tough push to hold, man.
Yeah. Maybe he can distract with a staff. That's, I guess, what he's hoping for.
Oh, Infi wants the footy. That's the level 3 footy. Water elemental block. Oh, it expires. Lols.
Can he still reach? No. So we do have level 3 for Yumi.
2 Shadow Priest and Berserker versus 0 Mercs. Oh, dude. Yumiko, put on some new trousers because you're gonna make a mess.
His tech is running. Defend is coming. Defend, the most important upgrade.
Oh, this is scary.
Still buying time against this mass piercing damage coming. Boots as well. The distraction plate didn't work at all. It's even a footman more. Wait. Okay, back into the base. Turtling a little.
1, 2, 3 dispels, and that's level 3. That was a lot of abolishes, though, to be fair. He's gonna have 3 more abolishes again in just a second.
Infi with an early of a lifetime.
Yeah. And that is sometimes Twisted Meadows, you know. Only one of them gets a Merc Camp. And of course, item drops, as always.
How long can he hold? He has one more Water Elemental. Infi has 3 at least. Defend is ready. There's also a lot of experience going Infi's way by killing these Water Elementals.
Couldn't he let the barracks go? Oh, committing in with only a few footmen, perhaps not the best idea here for Yumi. I guess if he lets the barracks go, then the farms are gonna fall after.
Yeah, that's the best position here in this little choke. Infi with good micro, saving the hurt ones, not giving any experience, but Yumiko does the same. Has a shop in the back, so that's sweet. Heals up in the meantime, but for how much longer?
That was really smart getting that shop early, like that. Counting the seconds until tier 2 is done, and that is now the case. Finally time for the MK to start production. And that one is gonna be a little bit faster for Yumi. So far, Yumi's holding on really well, really patiently.
Yeah. Not even losing too much HP, but there's still the greater mana, and that's gonna be the tipping point. I mean, he can catch it up with a little mana potion on his own. Yeah.
First Sanctum comes up for Yumi in the back. Does he have enough room for a second one? I don't think he does. May have to place it somewhat proxy.
He's building more and more footmen, and in the end, yeah, I mean, it forces repair, but so far this push didn't do too much. He popped the potion. Mountain King is about to pop out.
Yeah. And the footies are already in position for
Yeah.
Yumi. Walking forward with defend, waiting for the MK. This is pretty much a masterful defense so far.
Yeah.
Here comes the Mountain King, and he changes everything.
Goes for the footman. I was quite like 100% sure he's going for the mercs. But alright, with that MK out, Infi, let's go! Out of that chokehold!
That was a sick
Yes!
hold by Yumi. What the hell? That shop early made all the difference.
Also the positioning, the right amount of repair to still have the necessary resources for MK and items and Sanctum. Infi has a double Sanctum up though. Mountain King goes creeping, and Archmage drops another Water Elemental.
Triple Elemental does tons of damage. That's certainly a farm cancelled.
Give me a supply stuck. It has low lumber as well. Nice save on that foot on 3
Players'
HP.
forces are under attack. Town is under siege.
In the meantime, MK for Infi creeping up at the natural without militia. Okay, they're coming now. Looking like a tier 2 expo play over here. Stormbolt on the AM. Is that the surround? Oh, anti-surround from the elemental, but still stuck, kind of. No. Oh, this is a big deal. This is a big deal. Right, AM is stuck.
Huge movement by Yumiko again. That block. He's buying more time for that expo, but it is a TP. Couldn't afford to get bolted once again. If you don't move your Mountain King properly here in this position, this is an Archmage running away. But Yumiko did. Now he has to scout this expansion. So much pressure. But so far he withstood it all.
Yumiko buys an ivory tower on the MK. Does that mean he wants to expand himself? If he wants to, he has to do that sooner rather than later. Otherwise he's going to be quite far behind in the income.
Got level 2 for Bash? Not decided yet. Very early control magic by Yumiko.
Finds the Scourge Bone Chimes for the time where footies are still involved is actually pretty good.
Devotion Aura for Infi again. Gets this seemingly in every single one. But he didn't rebuy the TP. Shop is empty. And Yumi is expanding.
Lumber ran out there for a moment, so power build shortly interrupted. But continues now, and the expansion finishes a lot earlier than Yumi's will.
red spot. They're both so close to 3. Yeah.
Look at the armor on the MK.
Oh, it's ridiculous. So. Orb of Darkness again.
Again. Okay. We saw that used very well earlier by the AM.
Yeah.
A player's forces are under attack.
MK got level 3. Where is this Archmage? There we go. Invis Archmage. On level 4 already. Yumiko lacks that.
Arcane Tower should be finishing before the AM arrives. It's kind of close, but it will finish.
No tier 3 yet.
Oh, the perfect time.
A player's forces are under attack.
Oh, and Yumiko is also out of lumber. His power build also slowed down.
Can he even finish this? Has the staff onto this building with his own Archmage to get rid of that water elemental, but Infi has more.
Yeah, but the priests are here as well. That is another peasant dying though at least, so... Was that 3 peasant kills, I believe? Mm-hmm. Nice little poke. All it costs was an Invis potion and a staff usage. Not too bad.
60 supply for Infi. Perfect levels. But Yumiko is solo creeping his MK now. As he got level 5. Level 4. Archmage's gotta be careful. The entire army's gotta be careful. He didn't touch the Troll Warlord yet. This is not the fastest creeping, but Infi is focusing on the bottom left-hand side. Archmage moves towards the shop again. Expo is finally up. Is someone going tier 3? Not yet. But it's again Infi with the faster upgrades. Orb of Darkness on the other side as well.
The experience certainly looking better here for Yumi. I saw a backpack upgrade somewhere. Infi has backpack.
Infi has backpack, yes.
Okay.
Breakers, attack and defense upgrade. Footman again.
A player's forces are under
Staff
attack.
is ready for Yumiko. Oh, and a Shredder at the expansion. What a cool play. Immediately having the answer to this one.
Yep. Creepjack coming in now by Yumi. Should be 1 or 2 easy kills for him at the very least. Item on the ground, drop with the Magi, that's pretty good.
He's slot starved. He can't pick it up. Needs to drop something. Now it's staff dropped. Kinda risky, of course, if there's a Stormbolt, but of course TP out. He's still in this corner. Still willing to take this fight, and he gets quite some kills. Yumiko with a lot of skeletons, actually. Yumiko stole the
At the
Zeppelin.
moment with Yumiko, I believe. And the TP out is forced. Well, the priest could have been picked up, but... Okay, 2 tele staffs now, not too bad.
For free, indeed. The Shredder can deal with every Footman and Breaker he sends. Tier 3 by Infi.
Player's forces are
No
under
follow-up yet.
Yeah. Good thing after this TP is there's still 2 valuable camps in the north left. Whereas in the south, where Yumi is, there's nothing really. One upgrades versus 0-0.
Again, he's not even starting that. He's building a blacksmith now.
That's quite late.
Skirt's Bone Chimes could be an important deal if we get a Night Mirror later.
Yeah, Yumi finally going tier 3 himself.
A player's forces are under attack.
Everything is a little later for Yumi, but he's forcing more TPs. It's going to be the next one. That's going to be the third one.
Question is Yumi going to fight that TPing an opponent? Or is he just going to counter TP out? Oh, getting the Shredder would be a big deal. But quick reaction, Shredder's safe. TP very defensively.
Could actually run away.
Yep.
2 Footmen. Okay.
Oh, MK's level 5.
Oh. Oh. Half a level ahead.
Yep, that's a problem. Double level 5 versus double level 4. Yumiko falling back. He's making a second barracks, getting ready for the night transition. But for now, it's all about breakers, breakers, breakers. And upgrades finally queued for Yumi. But that's quite late. 2-1 breakers versus 0-0 breakers now.
All the adventures in the world.
And with the devotion aura, that's a 4 upgrade advantage for the breakers.
Yep. First upgrade queued now for Yumiko. But we have Priest in a fire already on the way.
A player's forces are under attack.
AM eats the Stormbolt and plenty of damage. Ouch! That's a level 3 Stormbolt right there. Militia called. They're supposed to turn the tide here.
Alright, so far, good fight by Yumiko. Still a 10 supply lead, and Yumi has to TP back because now the Shredder isn't enough. Needs to have the safe position at his expansion. Intercept Infi, but he's just like, okay, then I'm turning around. With my knights, I'm going to your main
If he
because there's
takes
only
out
one
the
tower.
altar, that means no pally.
Oh,
Yumiko
yeah.
has to repair this right away. He's too slow with the repair.
Not happening. Boom, there we go. This must be GG. That was such a nice snipe. Yumiko has to win this fight now. He has equal supply. Paladin isn't here yet. Finally level 5. Mountain King lacks level 5 still.
So much mana as well for Infi. Whereas Yumi's MK is almost dry. The Zeppelin, the one advantage here that Yumiko has. Can that be enough?
Zeppelins can decide games sometimes. He needs the skill for level 5. Can he reach for that priest? Looks like it. The Paladin just arrived. He could have prevented that for a bit, but there's the spell, so there's more experience. Two town portals on Infi? Oh no, I just misclicked. What did I? Yes, I did. Staff.
Altar
orb,
finishes.
Second expansion ready for Infi. He got this game again.
Finally, MK though. AM. Never mind. I misspoke twice. In we go again. Knights in the front line. Can be Stormbolted, but actually MK eats the Stormbolt. Inner Fire is starting to come into play as well. It can of course be stolen back and forth and back and forth.
Drains the mana, and eventually you end up without water elementals in the end because he gets stolen as well. Yumiko saves another priest, but what about the knight? He's stunned. There we go. Gets loaded up. On the other side, there's of course a staff that can save units. First knight falls for Infi. Big loss.
And this was all without the Paladin.
Pretty impressive. High upkeep now. 81 supply. Trying to brute force through this tech advantage. Knight's doing good damage. Big front line still available. Priest numbers way better for Yumiko.
And the Water Elementals also. 2 Water Elementals still standing for him. And only now comes finally another one for Infi. Great hold by Yumi.
Yeah, again. This was not supposed to be happening, but even that knight can be saved. And the Paladin is here. The big thing now in favor of Infi, third base. But reveal. Yumiko is playing out of his mind today.
Dude, the star senses.
He knows Infi inside out.
Yumiko can finally go for a staff of his own. Some clarities, perhaps. But how to deal with that third base? Classic play would be send one knight down there.
Yeah.
Oh, Yumiko sends a couple of his own peasants over for his own third base attempt. This could be 3 base versus 3 base, boys.
We're catching up to with upgrades, by the way, as well. 1-1, 2-1. Yumiko is at 81 supply. He should really kill one peasant. But, yeah. He's paying so much taxes right now.
So here comes the knight towards the expansion, but boy, is Infi ready for that one.
Stumble to the face. Bye-bye.
No mortar teams at all, by the way.
Yeah.
Sometimes we see that in Human Mirror against the priests. But not here yet. 2 upgrades now, by the way, for Infi, with a 3rd attack upgrade queued.
So many
Players' forces
resources.
are under attack.
Infi in high upkeep as well. 88 supply. Main gold might expire soon.
On 3 bases, he can afford that, of course. Did Infi lose the Shredder?
Not
Looks
true,
like he
but
did.
there's a fight now, and Yumiko doesn't seem to be ready. He seems to be somewhere else. Oh, that was a wake-up call right here. Who will win the inner fire ping pong?
Breaker numbers here seem to be quite a bit better for Infi. Oh, 1 breaker in severe danger. Level 2 now for the Pally for Yumi. Must be the aura.
Yes.
Needs to buff up his units.
In the meantime, the 3rd base is getting harassed. Holy Light again to save that priest. Priest numbers again. Good. Are they better? I don't think so. Level 2 for the Paladin. Holy Lights are nice, but Yumiko's Knights are starting to drop.
You know, he sold the Scourge Bone Chimes earlier. Oh, that hurts him now.
Yeah, can't take a fight. 92 Infi supply. That is massive, and Yumiko is just plummeting in numbers. Everything drops, everything red. Everything dead. 1-1, we go full distance. In every
Once again.
but one series we went full distance today, and that series was Fly versus Infi.
Damn, it's gonna be like a 6-hour cast today.
Yeah.
Nice, nice, nice. Last map. Can Yumiko close it out or not?
I thought I have so much time today to empty my to-do list. And now I'm really worried I can even get some food in between now and my next meeting. But if it's Warcraft like this, I will not complain.
Concealed Hill. We saw that earlier already in their first match.
It was Yumiko.
And that is the map that Yumiko won with that surprising timing push.
And great Zeppelin play.
Yumiko the first one in. Infi taking a second.
Rarely that this happens to Yumi. He's like Moon and 1-0, one of the not a real early birdie. He takes his time. Tomorrow's going to be a long day. We have, of course, I have a meeting tomorrow at like 9. Then we cast at 12. Then Rocket Beans.
Oh boy.
Like these 14-hour days are starting to pile up recently.
All right, Infi needs a moment. And then we get this show on the road. Last map of the day.
CH is going
As
to
Neo said, we're going to be back tomorrow with Group B, right?
I'm not sure. Does the mighty Liquipedia tell us? She knows it all.
She says Group B tomorrow.
Okay, I trust her. That would be Sock, Moon, WFZ, and Focus. Cool matches.
Honestly, I think the Chinese is going to get completely demolished in this group.
Yes, I agree.
But outside of that, this is going to be really fun to see.
Yes, I agree.
Judging from what state Moon is in currently, can he finally be the savior of Night Elves once again? Sock, I thought, was looking really good. Got kind of manhandled by Happy.
That was brutal. But I think, yes, I agree that I think that WFZ is getting demolished, but his games against Orc are oftentimes very fun to watch.
Yeah, I can agree. As long as he doesn't play stupid Shade build.
That's Shade, here we go.
So, concealed hill. Map 2!
Yes, map 3.
Map 3, I mean, of course, in match 2. Let's head in.
Nice attempt. There you go.
Yumiko in the bottom left in the blue. Infi top right in the red. After an excruciatingly long game on map 1, Yumiko took the lead. He was kind of struggling at times to close out his advantage, but managed to do it in the end. Infi, though, coming back on map 2 looking really strong. It wasn't by any means a completely one-sided affair, but all things considered there, Infi did certainly look better. Yumiko had some impressive holds when he seemed to be far behind, but the 3-base play there really put the nail in the coffin. Mass auras, mass upgrades once again. Seems to be the thing that Infi is going for every single time.
Yeah, we were kind of discussing if the tier 2 expansion is meta. So far, we've seen it oftentimes, but not all the times. So we'll see. I think it's important to mention how fast Yumiko was rising to the top 8 again in China. Was quite a surprise that he qualified for WGL in winter, and now being able to compete with Infi twice, one day, forcing him into a game 3. Kudos to one of the fan favorites. So that latest sub here. Thank you, DJ Mask.
DJ M. Scurvy!
I think this happened before. Thank you for the 9-month resub. Midweek Warcraft 3. Nice! You know what's even better? We're gonna have Warcraft 3 throughout the entire week. Not only in the mid.
Yep. Back tomorrow, same time. 12 p.m. Right? Is it p.m.? I think it's p.m. At noon, CET. So AMs are out. And we're going for the standard creep route once again with the Ogre Warrior. Not for the more ambitious lab. And it was Infi earlier here playing super aggressively. Not prioritizing level 4 AM at all. But being in Yumiko's face. However, Yumiko held on there pretty well. Played defensively quite nicely.
Yeah, he hold really good against the water elemental drops. He has to do it again. I feel the first little drop a little better for Yumiko. And this time Infi is not as aggressive, right? Creeping the turtles. It's rather Yumiko moving to the middle.
Yeah, this is the same creep as before though. Infi once again took the 2 camps outside the main, and Yumiko went for the green in the middle. Yumiko likes to go for militia solo creeping, which can be a bit of a danger as they do get hurt and then might find themselves in trouble if there's a footy run by or something like that. Tier 2 begins at pretty much the same time. Yumiko very slight lead.
Infi again with the scout footman. We point this out in pretty much every single game. How good he's moving this and never really loses track.
Forces are under attack.
And I feel like there's no real point of attack for Yumi at the moment. He can't really accomplish anything here.
And Infi made sure of that. He scouted with the footy and then he positioned himself to be ready for an assault. And as the footman numbers rise, we go to the Goblin Merchant. Pretty standard creep route. With the Ogre Warrior into the green, into the Merchant, into the next green. That lines up perfectly with level 3.
Boots for Yumiko. Is it the staff for Infi again? He could go for it. He is seemingly not.
Lumbermill, by the way, for only Infi, not for Yumi. So, should be better lumber income very soon here.
Well, Yumiko is not
Infi.
buying any upgrades anyway, so doesn't need too much lumber. If he's not getting harassed early. Yeah, there's a tele staff and boots. Big investment for Infi into this mobility.
Forces are under attack.
Saving quite a bit of his mana as well here. For the next camp, doesn't summon the Water Elemental, does it with the footies and the AM only. Of course, especially on this map, with fountains. Can heal up the footies anyways. So here we go. AM places a sentry first. This is a really valuable sentry spot. Always keeps vision of the red camp. But Yumiko, also with very good defensive play, was expecting this AM move in, which is kind of what happened in their previous meeting here.
Tech is, I think, the closest as we've ever seen. Usually there was always a bit of an edge for one of the players. Now the lumber mill to wall this off again, but Infi finds it. Needs more power builds.
It's the same position of the lumber mill again by
Yeah.
Infi, by the way. We saw this exactly here before as well. Forces some additional gold for the repair, but lumber mill will not be getting cancelled.
Oh, Yumiko
Oh,
finds
Footy is getting kind of intercepted.
Got a
But
couple
they're
of
slippery boys. Not so easy to surround.
He got the surrounds in games prior. Not here though. Giving quite some time to Infi and his water elemental boys to damage the city.
Yeah, that farm hard to repair.
Infi is threatening a surround all of a sudden. Nicely turning this around. And Yumiko's losing the farm.
And perhaps a second one. Triple water elementals committed to this.
One is
This
about to
farm is
expire.
easier to repair.
There was definitely a better exchange for the Iceman. Sanctum both up. Wonder if that's the case for Infi as well. Well, they do take some more time. Yumi has to deal with this Stormbolt here. That gives Infi the time for the red spot again.
But also Yumi has a sentry on the high ground, so he knows this is happening. And should have the time to react. He's going for a little reach around, not going up on the hill. Does he have enough time for that? I don't think he does. Ogre Lord will go to Infi and hoping for another aura here.
Legion.
And he gets it again. So many auras.
Worth the gamble. And yeah, why reach around? Why not storm across the hill and punish this with Stormbolts? I guess this is a sign for Infi to just expand. Yeah, for both of them actually.
We did see that between the two earlier already. But it was then Yumiko suddenly bursting into way more supply by skipping on upgrades and skipping on heal scrolls and such. Crystal ball for Infi.
Oh, for Yumiko as well. That was the
A
reveal.
player's forces are under attack.
Let's see it.
Don't see it either.
Okay, he had the Drake. Infi knows where Yumiko is. Does Yumiko know where Infi is? Yes, he does. Well, actually, no, he doesn't. He could see it now with the movement of the priest.
AM passing by the army will be looking for some priest kills, peasant kills, excuse me, again. But the priest gets sent back, so quick dispels on these water elementals. It's gonna be one peasant kill only. Not too bad.
How much
But
power?
also slowing down the expansion.
How much power build and repair was forced onto Yumiko already at 8 minutes in this game? And again, this rock golem getting stolen by Infi. I feel like he's positioning himself a little smarter than Yumiko does. Having a better game, Rob with the Magi for Yumi.
And Infi couldn't creep the fountain yet because the AM wasn't around. He was looking for the telestaff plays. Yumiko also going to the lab. Question is one of them gonna go for a Zeppelin drop here perhaps? Answer to that so far seems to be no.
Zeppelin in the hands of Yumiko felt very powerful so far. Oh, priest for free. Close to level 3. That is level 3.
Oh, and that's level 3. Okay.
Is there an Archmage advantage? A little bit. But Yumiko has to... Oh, greater mana. Yumiko has to respond.
Town is under siege.
Needs to TP back instantly. And he does. No counter TP yet.
Aggressive.
TP.
Going for that MK. If he can't get it, he has so much mana to work with. No Zeppelin for Infi, Archmage in trouble. Gotta be careful. Has to take this. Of course, no TP anymore. Mountain King, can he reach? Switches the targets to the priests now. Gets one more. Still, that was worth it for Infi.
Really smart by Yumi to hire a Zeppelin when he was TPing back, knowing that he wouldn't have a TP anymore. That was saving his first hero right there.
Another Stormwall on this MK. But no follow-up. Tier 3? Not yet. Breaker's coming though. Breaker's parked in the main. Maybe one rally point is wrong for Yumiko.
And, well, you were anticipating this. Yumiko once again without Breaker upgrades. This is gonna become a bigger and bigger problem over time.
Oh, and again... Archmage, Water Elemental into Yumiko's peasant line.
This is gonna cost a TP though.
But he popped... Oh, he didn't even pop the potion for it.
A player's forces are under attack.
Bad.
Bad.
Oh, yep.
Gets it! But with that, Infi makes sure to get the red spot. And with his aura luck here in the series, could be a big one.
The Devotion and the Flute. These are the two big ones. Scourge Bone Chimes would, as long as there's footy, be decent. Level 4 now on the AM as well.
Again, does take some time. Quite some time. More time for Yumiko.
Yeah, I know that feeling when you're creeping that camp and then the Drake flies back and you have to follow him to the
Oh
fountain.
my god.
And he gets the aura again! Are you serious? Infi.
A player's forces are under attack.
Rigged game. But I mean, rope and potion is pretty great for Yumiko as well. So
This looks like the One Ring from X-Hero Siege, where all the auras are combined into one item and then the hero has this fancy little circle surrounding him. Did you ever play X-Hero Siege, Neo? You missed out. So, are we gonna have the first big fight here now? 64 supply versus 64. Seems like we're dead even. Item on the ground. Invul transferred, I believe.
yes. I feel like Mountain King got a carry for Yumiko. 1-1 upgrades and the auras. The Zeppelin, of course, nice as well. But it's the Mountain King Stormbolts that have to carry this fight.
And he has plenty of them to use thanks to that mana potion. MK now with them in deep here. Levels up for Infi. Has one more Stormbolt to use, but then he's pretty much dry.
He has a greater healing and an invul potion, so this Mountain King should be safe. What about the Archmage, though? He has a TP and a scroll. Stormbolt hits him to the back of his head. But can't prevent the potion to be used, or can he? With the lucky bashes. Nope, potion used. Yumiko's still 65 supply. Infi 71. And Yumiko has to worry about his Mountain King's health.
Another Stormbolt ready. Onto a Priest. That should be an easy kill for Yumi. On the footies instead. These footies alive for so long.
Infi and Footman.
By Infi.
And again, a priest behind enemy lines. Archmage in trouble. He has no TP. He has to rely on the Zeppelin. No! Falls off his horse. No aura. No water elementals. This must be a retreat.
The Breaker advantage. 2-1 versus 0-0 now. With double aura advantage as well. This doesn't look doable, and it's over. GG from Yumi. He is coming closer and closer, but today is not yet the day where he defeats Infi.
No, he was really close, as you said, in both of the series. If you compare both of this to Saturday, it's like a different person was playing today. Yumiko steps it up quite a bit. And yeah, in the end, again, Infi, the stronger one, with the more routine, with more experience, and maybe the better nerves. And he follows Fly into the round of 8 as the second Rogue Warrior and the first human since TH. And Fortitude dropped yesterday. So, the hope of the Alliance lies in the hands of Infi once again.
Yeah, that would have been quite the shock if TH and Infi both don't make it out of the groups. They, of course, always are the beacons and carry the torch for all humans out there. We're going to have 2 more humans in groups B and D. Those will be from Korea, Sok and Yumiko. Especially Sok has been looking really good recently. Yumiko, I'm looking forward to seeing again. Always a very talented player. That's going to be for the day after tomorrow, Group D. But tomorrow, we have Group B with Sok and Moon and WFZ and Focus.
That is absolutely correct, Remo. I want to showcase this, which is not happening. Yeah, why not? Just want to display the groups. Just give it to me. There we go. Okay, you said Group B. So, Sok versus Moon at noon. Afterwards, WFZ versus Focus at 1 p.m. And then the rest of the group with the lowest, and then the winners and lowest finals. So far, Lawlight, Soin, Fly, Infi. 2 more group stage days, and then 2 playoffs days on Saturday and Sunday. $9,400 on the line on Saturday afternoon. Of course, we have the Rising Star Cup number 7. Kaldor did his duty last Saturday. Now we are in charge again to host and cast this wonderful cup. So you have to sign up at backtowarcraft.com/risingstar for the chance to $150 and points for the final ranking. And most importantly, fun and the support of the scene. The more people sign up and take part and tune in, the more likely it is that Rising Star continues even longer. And on Sunday, we have a 2-on-2 cup as well with new maps, starting also at 5 right after the New Year's Cup grand final. This week's going to be pretty awesome here at Back to Warcraft. With that being said, thank you for so much support. Thank you, Remo, for being by my side as most of the time, and hopefully soon always. And with that, see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.